Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I went back to Cambridge. I have not been back to the city in such a long time, and obviously I'm bringing you guys along with me in this vlog. I was actually invited to give a talk for the Scientific Society, which was really exciting, and you will see quite a bit of that in today's video. So yeah, as usual, I hope you enjoy this vlog. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and we will dive straight into the video. So, good morning guys. We woke up that day and I did have some proofreading work to get on with in the morning first thing, and obviously I then took a bit of time to decide what I was going to wear just after I'd finished going through my slides for my presentation. I also had to scrunch out my gel cast because I'd reset my hair the day before, the evening before, just so it was nice and curly for today and ready for my talk in the evening. We're going to wear this dress again, because as you guys know, I am so bad with making decisions, and I listened to a podcast yesterday and it was like, you just need to reach a point of 51% certainty and then say yes. I was thinking about wearing it again, so we're wearing it again. I really like this green dress, and I am also not one to, you know, not rewear the same outfit, because that is just something that's associated with fast fashion, consumerism, wanting more, wasting stuff. So yeah, it's not great for the planet. So we're wearing the dress again. If I like something, I'm gonna keep wearing it, right? And you should do the same. Two little pieces of advice for the start of this video. Yeah, I'm going to Cambridge to give a talk for the Scientific Society. So I wanted to talk about like public speaking in this vlog. Obviously it's gonna be like a day in the life in Cambridge, back in Cambridge, the bubble, which is kind of like the title of my speech or talk. I haven't done that much public speaking, but like in my gap year, before I went traveling, I did give a few talks like in some schools, and a bit later in my gap year, after I came home from Australia, I sat on a panel and did a talk thing at Oxford, which was really fun. If you followed me back then, you'll probably remember it from vlogs. But yeah, that is kind of like the most I've done, and I really enjoyed it, but I just haven't done it in a while. So yeah, I'm not feeling too nervous. I know I will be nervous when I kind of arrive at the venue. It's in the Department of Chemistry, the chemistry department. In terms of how I prepared for it, over the past few days, I've just been making slides. I do have a plan, and I made some like brief notes, but in terms of like what I say, I never script it. I'll just talk, you know, and whatever comes out on the day at the time will be what I say. I don't want it to be perfect, and I think that's the thing with public speaking. It just has to have that element of spontaneity, I suppose. These are my slides here on the screen. I will actually tell you how I designed them. I actually used Canva, so Canva Pro. This is not sponsored, but I have worked with Canva before. So this is like my design in Canva. I then put it into a PowerPoint because it's a more convenient file format. This is what it will look like. You know, this is the vibe. This photo is from Australia, classic. So I've called it Life Outside the Bubble, just because when I was at Cambridge, and people probably still refer to it as the bubble, like you study in Cambridge and all you kind of think about is work, your studies, what you're doing, you're so engrossed in your course, you're like not really living in the real world at all. And it's just this bubble. People refer to it as the bubble, and I just want to live outside a bubble. I don't want to be constrained in any way. I want to step outside my comfort zone, challenge myself, grow, just do what feels right to me. And I'm doing what feels right in this moment. And with that kind of theme, you know, like living outside the bubble, not just following a crowd, I'm talking about, you know, how I kind of deviated from the norm, say within my undergraduate, and then taking a gap year and dancing at Cambridge, being rejected, talking about my master's and my data analysis project, which will be like the main sciencey bit. But that's what I planned. Hopefully it goes to plan. And yeah. So I had a big load of fruit. I had melon and grapes before I left that morning, and because I wanted to make the most of my day in Cambridge, I did leave fairly early. So I had to get into London and then get to King's Cross, where I take my train to Cambridge at just after 12 noon. And even though my train journey wasn't that long, it was about an hour in the end because there was a delay, I do love a good train work session. So I brought my tablet with me so I could just go through my slides again, make some notes on the side, just as if I was rehearsing what I was gonna say. And yeah, I had brought some other stuff with me to do on the train just to make the most of my time and make time pass a lot faster actually. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to hear me, but I'm on the train. Should be coming in a few minutes, like at around 1, and then I will meet Zara at the station. We'll get some lunch and stuff, go to a cafe, do some work and stuff like that, chill till 6 PM. We're back in Cambridge! And we have Zara! She came to the station. I completely missed her. But yeah, I was sitting there in the corner on my laptop. Yeah, I know. She was on the floor working. Classic Cambridge student. Well, I had 20 minutes to spare. Yeah, so. True. Got to make the most of that time. This is Cambridge. We are back here. Centre. Well, kind of off centre maybe. Centre-ish. Centre-ish of town. We're just trying to find somewhere to go and eat, right? Yeah. Where's the vegan place you said? Thrive? Yeah, there's a vegan place called Thrive. It's closed on Tuesdays. So sad. I'm literally hoping that the next time I'm in Cambridge is not a Tuesday so that I can go to Thrive. But yeah, if in doubt, and as you guys know, I love my sushi. So we went to Wasabi, Zara tried the new vegan salmon stuff, and I just got my favorite spread of sushi rolls and maki rolls from Wasabi. And then we obviously just strolled around Cambridge because I hadn't been back in a while. We are down oh my god, that came out wrong. We are down King's Parade! I'm literally such a tourist. I've been taking so many pictures and Zara's like, oh my god, Holly, I live here. But I get why people take pictures of this place now because it's just when like, you go away and you come back and you realise, oh actually it's kind of nice here. I know, it's actually nice. Like, look at this. So great. We're going to visit Queen's, the hometown, the home, and the best college. Yeah, the best college. It just feels so crazy to be back in this crazy place. Where are we? What are we looking at? The mathematical bridge, which apparently has no nuts and bolts, but that's I know, the mathematical bridge and Queens. Oh my god, it doesn't look any different. Yeah, wow, the River Cam. Yeah. And yeah, should we go take a look inside? The only thing that's changed is the porters. We've got some new porters. Oh, new porters. Let's go say hello. Is it weird to be back? It's so weird to be back. Let's look around Crips. Yeah, let's look around Crips. I was in Crips for 3 years. Were you there for 3 years? Yeah, I was in Crips for 3 years. I loved it. Anyway, we have some lovely building work scaffolding. Oh yeah, that's been there for like ages. Oh, they need to do something about that. Or get one of the richer colleges to pay for it. FF? I was in FF. I was FF gal. DD. Okay. Oh, we love. Oh, we need to stretch. Zara doing some ballet on the bridge. I've had pictures on this bridge and stuff. In like the cold. Not as cold as this, I don't think, but still. Just taking it in. Just walking over the bridge that I've walked over so many times, but not in a long time. Not in a very long time. I know. It just feels kind of special. Oh my gosh. Does my degree upgrade to a master's this year? So I graduated in 2019 because it does, because of Cambridge apparently. Even if you do a 3-year bachelor's? Yeah. 3 years later it turns into a master's? Yeah. But why? I don't know. Okay, and now we're in. Which is this area called? This, I think, is Walnut Tripod. Oh yeah. Matriculation photos, graduation stuff happens here. Zara will be here graduating this year on this bit of grass. This is the building that's supposed to look like a tree. A tree? I swear. Huh? Or something, I don't know. Erasmus, yep. Docket is one of these, right? Yeah. Friars. And then Docket at the back. This is kind of like called the dark side of college, right? The dark side. I never came to the dark side. I was always on the light side in Crips. I feel like you guys will now understand why I gave very few college tours during my 3 years. Anyway, Zara and I then found a Costa coffee, one of the Costas, to sit and have a hot drink whilst we did some work. So I got a hot chocolate, which is vegan from Costa with plant milk. I was working on some By Holly G stuff for a video that will be coming out this week on By Holly G, and then we just walked to the lecture theatre so I could give my talk. So got like 5 minutes until it starts. We're in a lecture theatre. Showtime. I know, we're in a lecture theatre that I was in. I have a mic fed through my dress, inserted into the tights. It's great. This is my presentation. We've got 2 screens. Like, look at that. Fancy. I know. They actually do look different colours, but they're not. Getting a little bit nervous, but it's gonna be fine. And yeah.
So we're back and we walk on Holly G. back here. This place is literally where I kind of started my like YouTube channel, and the place where kind of like Gabrielle was born, I could say. But yeah, it's nice to be back. Like, honestly, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's kind of outside the bubble for the reason that when I was here, and I feel like you guys will feel the same, like Cambridge was referred to this like bubble, where you just kind of like study, and you don't really like see Cambridge for what it is. I'm now kind of like living beyond this bubble, and although I'm not like a typical biology graduate, like I'm not doing a PhD, I've just done a master's, but I'm not going into research, I'm not doing something that people almost expect me to do with like this degree from Cambridge and my master's at UCL. But I'm just like finding my own feet, doing what I really enjoy, and to be honest with you, like that's what's most important for me. So yeah, that's kind of like the theme of my talk, like kind of my life mantra, as it were, and I just kind of hope this inspires you to, I don't know, just follow what you really want to do and not do something because everyone else wants you to do it, or because you have like a certain degree behind your name. Yeah, I am going to start way back at Queen's. I could go through like all of my modules that I did, but I just think that's kind of a bit boring. I kind of wanted to just like draw upon the things in each of my 3 years that stand out to me as me kind of like, again, living outside the bubble. I was the only person at Queen's within like the biomassy cohort who did earth sciences, but for me I kind of look back at my time in earth sciences as a time when I kind of struggled quite a bit. I was the worst at mapping. If anyone's done earth sciences or is a biomassy or a NATSI, I have no like orienteering skills at all. And when you have to map and think about what's going on underneath, and like draw a map of something, I was very bad at that and I struggled a lot. I went through school not really asking for help. And so it meant that, as I said, like I had to ask people and not be afraid to be like, I don't get this, I have no idea what's going on. I also got my worst grade ever in my whole entire life in earth sciences. I know it's quite small to say, but like, I remember getting this awful grade. I sat in a supervision with a supervisor who was just giving me the worst side eye I've ever experienced. Yeah, I felt incredibly intimidated at that moment. Like, I had no idea what was going on clearly, I didn't perform very well, and yeah, like, I felt this weight of imposter syndrome, which I assume a lot of you guys have felt as well, maybe being here. So yeah, this is a great picture of me. I basically, if you didn't know, in my second year, well, between second and third year, I kind of made the decision to apply for graduate entry medicine, and I only applied at Cambridge because something in me said that I wanted to stay here. Obviously, something I haven't spoken a lot about yet is my YouTube channel with Gabrielle, which I grew whilst I was at Cambridge. I kind of felt that if I stayed in the Cambridge bubble, then I would like preserve my identity online. My brand is Gabrielle, people knew me for like studying, being that biologist, being that person who, you know, made that 14-hour study with me video that a lot of people found online. But as you can see, I was rejected. I went solo travelling for 3 months around Australia. I could talk literally for days about this. A lot of people, when I start to mention Australia, they'll be like, oh, well, here she goes again. But genuinely, when people say that solo travelling enables you to find yourself, I truly did start to find myself when I was just like solo travelling around Australia. If someone asked me what I see myself doing in 5 years, I can't give you a definitive answer, and I also can't tell you very precisely what I'm doing now. I'm doing like quite a few different things, but most importantly, like I'm loving what I'm doing now. And as I said, if I was doing a PhD, I feel like it would close a lot of doors for me, and I would be turning down a lot of like opportunities and other things that I'd like to do. This quote I think is disappointing. I actually had that like a few days ago. It was a direct message or a DM into my Instagram. I'm using that to exemplify the fact that it's kind of what society wants me to do. You know, I have this degree, my master's, like why are you not doing a PhD, Holly? Like why are you not doing research that can like change the world? And there are lots of like reasons why I'm not doing a PhD. The main one that I've recently come to terms with, and it makes a lot of sense to me, is that I don't want to further specialise. Like I am someone who loves learning a lot about biology. I also love teaching, so I'm still tutoring. I want to really go into science communication, but doing so in a more unique way, as it were. So I started, as I'll talk about, a second YouTube channel called Biology. As I said, the purpose of this talk hopefully was to kind of just show you that you really don't have to follow any like defined path in life. And if someone tells you to do something because it will be good for you, like whether that's not to take a gap year or whether it's to take up a certain job opportunity because it won't come around again. Like, I just strongly encourage you to find like what is going to make you happy, and even if you don't know where that's going to take you in the future, like I still don't really know where it's going to take me. Growing up, you don't have to let go of all your values, but like people are going to change, and if you hold on to something in the past, then you're never going to allow yourself to grow. So yeah, I'm all about kind of like growth, learning. That's hopefully what I'm trying to channel on my channel now. But yeah, I will say that it was really challenging for me, and that's why I felt like I was almost making certain decisions because I wanted it to be aligned with my brand online. So like for example, doing a PhD would have very much been aligned with me like studying still. But as I said, I would have been making that decision because it would have given me certainty. But I actually listened to a podcast yesterday which said something really quite neat, as in like it's better to be like uncertainty is sometimes better than certain misery, as in knowing what you're doing but being miserable in doing that. It's so much better to have a bit of uncertainty, which I have right now, but at least I'm not miserable. So yeah, that's kind of my long-winded answer.
So yeah, I gave my talk, and then afterwards there are a few questions which I just answered. Oh, Holly! Woo. Watching some of my talk back is kind of funny. I'm being very critical and I'm like, Holly, you need to work on this. I was a bit nervous at the start. I did then get into it, and afterwards I could talk to some of you guys who came to the talk, which was so nice.
This is the vlog! Okay, right, I'm so bad with names, so I'm just gonna say we have Shivani, Emily, Anna, we have a Fiznaski and Bionaskis. Yay! But yeah, thank you for coming to my talk so much.
So that was my talk, and afterwards I went with 3 of the members of the Scientific Society to Las Iguanas. We got a big spread of food. We shared starters, we had sweet potato fries on the side, and I also got a burrito bowl with like jackfruit, which was so good. And then I just basically needed to make my way back home.
I was literally here a few hours ago this morning. I'm at King's Cross. It's like coming up to 11 and I'm trying to get the tube back so I can get home. It's been a long day. It's gonna be a late evening. I'm gonna be back hopefully at just before midnight, but yeah, just got to get the tube, the train, and then we'll be home. Goodbye for now, going on the tube.
If I am out and about traveling, I will always bring snacks with me, so I had a naked bar. I was watching some Cheer, the documentary series on Netflix, on my train home, and then when I got back I had a shower. I had some frozen cherries and soya milk, great combo, but you know, just a bit hungry, peckish, and we did our teeth before going to bed.
I feel wide awake. It's 1 AM, but I'm gonna go to bed and I'll see you tomorrow. The silk bonnet didn't do much to protect the curls yesterday, but it is the next day. Every time I go back to Cambridge now, it feels different. It feels very different to when I was a student there, just because I'm not studying there. I can appreciate the city, and yeah, it was a good day, a long day, but I don't know, I just feel really good for giving the talk. I was a bit nervous at the start. I don't know if it was that obvious, but I could hear it in my own voice. I was just a bit like, okay, we haven't done this in a while. I was just like, Holly, breathe, it's okay, you're just like filming a video. And then I just slowly got into it. I talked for like 45 minutes. I was giving my talk in the lecture theatre where I had my biochem lectures in 3rd year, which was crazy. It has like 2 screens. I didn't actually wear my glasses, so I couldn't see individual faces when I was giving the talk. And I also didn't put my contacts in because I knew I was going to be in Cambridge all day and it was going to be a long day. But it kind of helped maybe, because I was like, you know what, I'm just not talking to anyone, I'm just in my own zone, talking to myself. It kind of helped calm me a bit. I did have a major coughing fit, like I felt like I got COVID for 2 seconds, literally just as I was going to give the talk. I drank water and swallowed it the wrong way, classic. I was also given this little paperweight thing because I gave a talk for the Scientific Society, which is really cool, look at that. And yeah, I have a big announcement that I'll be talking to you guys about soon. I am very like excited and just like still mind blown, because I'm like, what? I'm just gonna say that this was my rehearsal for something coming in the future. Very soon, in fact. It's gonna come like so quickly. But yeah, a huge shout out again to the Scientific Society for inviting me to come, and it was just so like nice to talk about what I'm doing, and just to have heard from like you guys essentially who watch my videos and who came to the talk yesterday saying that my content now,
where I'm transitioning into adulthood and I'm just growing and I'm traveling and I'm learning and I'm stepping outside my comfort zone and I'm trying things like the menstrual cup and doing stuff that I haven't done before. To have had that so relatable makes me so happy, because as I said, I kind of grew my channel from being a student at Cambridge, and because I love creating content and videos, I don't want to ever stop and I want to keep doing it for as long as I can do. And yeah, that means my audience will grow with me. Some people might not come along for the ride, that's fine, but it just made me really happy that, you know, people can resonate with the stuff I talk about now and opening up and being a bit vulnerable online, just because I know you guys can relate. So that's gonna conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed coming with me back to Cambridge. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, comment down below, subscribe if you are new and you want to stick around for lots more fun adventures in the future, and as always, I will speak to you very soon in another video. Bye!
Literally the amount of times I walked up and down here.
Every day.
Everything.
Multiple times a day.
I don't know, was it every day?
Surely.
Surely. I don't know. Oh, look at my hair. Woo! Literally, look at me being a tourist. Best jump on the bridge. Go. Yeah. Oh, someone's coming. Just look, cash.
Or like not doing stuff because
What's it called? Abantu. Just get sushi. Yeah.
put that